Hello everyone, welcome back to RR Legal Talks. In today's video, we are diving into a crucial boardroom decision, that is granting stock options, granting ESOPs to employees, not just within the company but also to those in its group entities, including subsidiaries and associate companies. If you are a company secretary, compliance officer, or startup founder working on ESOPs, this certified copy of the board resolution and its implications are something you shouldn't miss. So let's decode the structure, legal basis, and practical considerations behind these important corporate moves. So this is a board resolution to grant ESOPs to group companies, including subsidiary, associate company, the format and legal guide we are going to discuss. So this should be on the letterhead of the company. Certified true copy of the resolution passed by the board of directors of so company. You can write your company name at their meeting held on so date, day, and time, and at the registered office situated at. So you can fill the registered office address here. So the resolution is subject to approval of the members. Subject to approval of the members of the company. First, board has to pass the resolution. This is subject to approval because board will approve it and it will recommend for members approval. Subject to approval of the members of the company. Approval to grant options to the employees of group companies, including subsidiary companies or associate companies, if any, of the company. So the chairman informed that the board of directors that it is proposed to include the employees of group company, subsidiary company, associate company, also along with the employees of the company for delivering the benefits of ESOP scheme 2025. So accordingly, the following resolution was proposed before the board of directors and passed unanimously. We are giving it the certified copy of the board resolution. Subject to approval of the members of the company, because members approval is a mandatory, and separate resolution is required when ESOPs are giving for ESOP giving to employees of the group companies, including subsidiary associate companies. So separate resolution is required, and that members approval is required. First, the board will approve, and board will recommend for members approval. So this is a separate resolution for issuing of ESOPs to group company, employees of the group companies, including subsidiaries and associate companies, if any. Resolve that subject to approval of the members of the company, pursuant to the provisions of section 62(1)(b) of the Companies Act 2013. So we are mentioning section 62(1)(b) and all other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013, ready with rules framed thereunder, including any statutory modifications or reenactments thereof for time being in force, and in accordance with the relevant provisions of the memorandum and articles of associations of the company. So we are talking about a listed company and proposed to be listed company. So SEBI will come into the picture. So we are mentioning Securities Exchange Board of India, Share-Based Employee Benefit and SEBI Duty Regulations 2021, SEBI SBE BASC regulations, Share-Based Employee Benefit and SEBI Duty Regulations, and SEBI Listing Obligation and Disclosure Requirement Regulations 2015, that is SEBI MODR regulations, as amended from time to time, and in accordance with such other circulars, rules, regulations, and guidelines, or that may be issued by the SEBI and or any other appropriate authorities from time to time, and further subject to such other approvals, permissions, and sanctions as may be necessary, the contest of the board of directors of the company. So the consent of the board of directors of the company, B&D is hereby accorded to create, offer, and grant from time to time up to the maximum ceiling of dash options, so that the cooling options, number of options we have to fill here. So fill up the blank. Maximum dash number of options that may be granted pursuant to the scheme to the eligible employees of the group company, including subsidiaries, associates, here referred as a group company, as defined under the scheme. On such terms, in such manner, including price of the options, as the compensation committee may decide in accordance with the provisions of the law, as may be prevailing at the relevant time. So, in another video, we have clearly explained in detail about the scheme. We have clearly explained the price, including price options, the powers of the compensation committee, that is nomination remuneration committee. We have discussed in detail. So now we are only discussing the certified copy of the resolution for issuing of ESOPs, the group companies, associate companies, subsidiary companies. Resolve further that subject to approval of the members of the company. Because subject to approval of member, it is a mandatory. All actions taken by in connection with the above and all incidental and ancillary things done are hereby specifically approved and ratified. So whatever the decisions, actions taken by the board as of now, so that is ratified by the members. Resolve further that subject to approval of the members of the company, the number of ESOPs that may be granted to the employees in any financial year and aggregate under the plan shall be decided by the compensation committee. Because compensation committee, generally nomination remuneration committee will be nominated as the compensation committee. So NRC will be designated as a compensation committee. So the superintendents and administration, the powers are given to the compensation committee. And resolve further subject to approval of the members of the committee, the board B&E is hereby authorized to delegate all or any of its powers conferred in the aforesaid resolution for administration, implementation, and superintendence of the scheme. The compensation committee established in this regard and shall also be authorized to nominate and appoint one or more officers of the company for carrying out or all of any activities that the board compensation committee is authorized to do for the purpose of giving effect to these resolutions. So here, compensation committee will administer the ESOP scheme, implement the ESOP the scheme, or superintend the ESOP the scheme. And it can also delegate the powers to any of the officers of the institute. So here board is approving and members are, it is recommended for members approval. And resolve further that subject to approval of the members of the company, all actions taken by the board in connection with the above and all incidental and ancillary things that are hereby specifically approved and ratified. So then certified you copy for writing your company name and name of the director name, signature, and date number. This is what the resolution of certified copy of the resolution. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical guides on corporate compliance and legal resolutions. We have two channels, RR Corporates, another channel, RR Legal Talks. So why we are discussing specifically for this resolution is when ESOPs are given to employees of the group companies or subsidiary company or associate company, then the resolution by way of separate resolution by approval of the members is required. This is what the resolution. Thank you.